You hungry?
I am hungry.
Hai, ini cerita random, selayaknya cerita random. Kalian apa kabar hari ini? Sudah masak? Sudah makan? Kalian masak apa? Makan apa? Anyway, hari ini is Sunday, hari Minggu. Biasanya kalau hari Minggu di Indonesia itu kita bisa rebahan, layah-layah. Terus kalau nggak pengen masak, tinggal beli, jalan ke Car Free Day, kayak gitu kan. Tapi karena aku di Kanada, hari Mingguku sedikit rempong karena Pak Subuh minta soto. Yap, aku sedang menumis bumbu untuk soto. Anyway ya, Pak Subuh minta soto, sementara aku pengen tumis kangkung sama ikan pindang. Dua menu yang berbeda, meskipun sama-sama menu Indonesia. Siapa itu? Anak ini juga minta soto kah? You want soto, Tom?
You want to be in the soto?
You want to be in the soto? Kau ditaruh di soto. Bang. Tambulil. Nah, bumbunya udah matang. Ayo kita masukin ayamnya. Pakai ayam paha. Karena kalau mau pakai ayam yang utuhan itu ada di kulkas luar, jadi pakai yang ada aja. Aku mau masukin bumbu sisa soto yang masih bagus. Jadi kapan hari itu aku punya soto sisa gitu, sisa kayak tulang-tulangnya aja, jadi mau aku masukin campur jadi satu. Mantul. Terus ada sisa air, bukan sisa air, ini tadi buat jadi belibet ngomongnya. Oh iya, tadi aku blender di sini, terus ada sisa bumbu, terus aku masukin air. Nah, namanya juga mie bumbu rempong, belibet ya ngomongnya. Kita tutup. Nah, udah biarin dulu. Sekarang ikan pindangku waktunya dikeluarkan. Ikan pindang yang tidak dipindang. Sotonya sudah matang. Tadi di balik kamera, di balik layar, aku udah seasoning. Mantap baunya. Nah, aku mau singkirin ini dulu biar aku bisa masak tumis kangkung. Kita masukkan bumbu yang sudah aku potong-potong. Tumis bumbu. Sambil numis aku mau keluarin ayam-ayamnya yang di soto. Mau kusuir-suir. Kok ada gombal sih? Ntar jangan ada gombal di antara kita. Jangan lupa ditumis biar tidak gosong. Tapi sebenarnya ini udah agak gosong. Nih ayamnya udah aku keluarin dari panci. Kita tunggu biar biar dia dingin, terus nanti kita suwir-suwir. Sekarang kangkung waktunya masuk. Ini kangkung ini belinya di toko Cina. Harganya sekitar $5 apa $6, aku lupa. Ini makanan mewah ini kalau di sini nih. Terus kita kasih air dikit biar berkuah, nyemek-nyemek. Tambah lagi dikit, 1,5 cup. Mari kita seasoning, garam seikhlasnya, bubuk kaldu ayam gitu seikhlasnya, sesuai selera lah. Kita aduk lagi, biarin dia mendidih. Terus nanti kita masukin kecap. Ya, sudah mendidih, jadi aku masukin kecap. Kecapnya sesuai selera. Udah nggak terlalu panas. Seperti biasa, dia adalah tim soto tanpa kecap. Jadi cuman begini saja. Kuah, terus nanti kita tambah jeruk nipis. Tapi dia tim daun seledri harus banyak. Tim perdaunan dia. Ntar kita aduk dulu. Kubis juga harus banyak. Kubisnya di bawah ini. Tuh, udah. Terus taruh ikan pindang. Tara. Pak Su soto, aku kangkung. Mantap kali lah.
And in books and so forth about how to set goals and assess your progress towards goals and update your goals and so forth. Because it turns out that there are not hundreds or dozens or even several neural circuits in your brain that control goal setting and movement toward your neurochemical mechanisms that are understood. So while comparatively little information that's been available, conversation about goals and goal setting and goal achievement, I'd like to highlight some recent neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change in response to experience. In fact, neuroplasticity of connections in the nervous system, the brain and spinal cord and body. One of the key principles of neuroplasticity is this notion of making errors as a good thing toward neurodegeneration actually cues up particular brain areas to be more alert so that on subsequent the brain change at all if it's performing everything perfectly. When you make errors, well, in the immediate saying how hard recent paper that was published in a great journal, Nature Communications, % rule for
Biar
optimal
soto is
learning.
enak.
This paper we will make available by a link in the show note captions. But basically
My
what this
fish.
paper shows is that when trying to learn something new,
It's
you want
disturbing
to make the
your
difficulty of what you're trying to learn
appetite.
such that you're getting things right about 85% of
Yes,
the
it's
time.
really
That you're
good.
making errors about 15% of the time. And the reason I like this paper is that really people always say, okay, you want to set a high goal, you want to try and achieve something that's really lofty, but you don't want to make the goal solely of making things pretty hard. But Element is an electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. That means lots of salt, some other electrolytes, and no sugar. As I mentioned before on this podcast and various interviews, I'm a big fan of salt. I discovered this a few years ago when Science Magazine, one of the preeminent magazines out there that publishes research on that, contrary to what I believed, which was that fluid management, etc., salt, sodium, actually enters those cells quickly, and that's what caused sugar checked, and it was fine. And a physician made the recommendation that I eat, and is particularly well suited to people following a keto, low-carb, or paleo diet. For people following a low-carb Element, that's lmnt.com/Huberman, to claim a free Element sample pack. You only cover, so I'm delighted that they're sponsoring the podcast. The reason I started taking Athletic Greens and the reason I still take Athletic Greens, I get my vitamins, my minerals, and the probiotics I need to support a healthy gut microbiome and gut-brain axis without having to worry about taking a bunch of other things. In fact, when people ask me, what's the one supplement I should take that's going to make me feel better, I always say Athletic Greens. It makes me feel better and still need to supplement with vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is involved in metabolism, immunity, important for a variety of things, not the least of which is glasses and sunglasses out there, however, is that performance.
Thank you for watching.
While running or while cycling, if you get sweaty, they won't slip off your face. They're extremely lightweight. In fact, I often forget that they're even on my face. I wear readers at night and sometimes when I drive, and I wear...
Belum jadi baik karena kita mau jalan-jalan. Take a walk. Jalan sekitar kompleks aja. It's becek. Jalanannya becek. Let's go, Neshuko. Kita menyeberang. Aku mau tunjukin ke kalian pagar rumah di sini orangnya nggak serius. Orang yang bikin pagar, lihat pagarnya cuman gitu aja. I'm just talking about the fence. Katanya aku kayak anak punk. Rebel. Apa sih rebel bahasa Indonesianya? Berandalan kah? Sambil ngemil jeruk. Yes. My baby's getting old.
It's not really cold with me.
Jadi anak-anak di sini meskipun udaranya dingin dan kupikir sekarang sekitar 5 derajat atau mungkin 6 derajat, tapi mereka ngomong anaknya di taman. They look happy in this weather, cold weather. Main pelorot, main pelorotan. Pemandangan di sebelah taman anak-anak bermain. Biasanya di sini orang-orang bawa anjingnya, guguk, wuh. Sisa-sisa salju. The rest of the snow, I said. Dan ini licin. Wah. Okay. Be careful.
kind of creepy now.
Oh, it looks creepy.
Yeah.
Ayo, Dad.
Look, the tree is so creepy.
How is... I am...
What is the movie?
The Harry Potter, right?
No, the Indonesian movie. Go before Maghrib.
Maghrib. Before Maghrib.
Maghrib, guys. Be careful, Maghrib. Let's go home, ayo, Maghrib.
Ayo,
Maghrib. Ayo. It's Maghrib.
ayo pulang sebelum maghrib. What time is it?
Now it is 4:20.